late. Okay. Sorry, guys. So late as usual. And as usual, I'll let everyone catch up and get on board. And get things ready to go. Phone off. Hi. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I am sitting here. Okay. Sorry. Great. I'm still doing business right now. There's still okay. It's crazy. I'm so sorry. Shit that makes my family crazy. Too, my kids. All right, here I am. What do we got going on here? Who's here? Ah, Kathleen is here. Gail's here. Wow, guys, Allie, Patty. Hi, Patty. Leslie, you're welcome. Aggie, Greta, everything is good. I do the same thing every week. I schedule private readings on Fridays, and then I go upstairs and I've got things waiting for me up there, and people are calling in, and and I'm trying to actually do something with this mop and you know, freshen up a little bit, and there you go. I was actually yesterday I nice quiet Thanksgiving, then came downstairs to the shop, and I was here till 4 o'clock in the morning tearing the front windows apart, cleaning and putting up Christmas Yule. For me it's Yule. Some of you it's Christmas, and getting the trees in the windows and getting the wreaths and such up, and trying to get out from under the boxes I have to unpack, jewelry to price, and talking about the stuff that's in the store. Most of you know I do support local crafters. I do not consign, I pay cash. I have brouhaha incense bottles. I've got hemp gnomes products. Hemp gnomes, they're really cool. I think I've shown them to you, the pendants that you can take the stones in and out of. That's out of Newtown. David Fresher jewelry out of Greenwich. The Love of Glitter, just wonderful jewelry that I've been carrying local here to Derby. I have the Buck Magic products, oils mainly. I have my Nepalese Buddhist dealer, Dawa Sherpa, out of New York State. Even my single incenses are hand dipped by a couple in Massachusetts. I'm leaving people out. Witch balls out of Vermont. I have, anyways, do my best to support local, do my best to support American families, American companies, and you are supporting my family when you shop at my store. I am a China, who, I mean, everything from the tarot cards to oils to waters, soaps coming up, candles coming up. Of course, I'll get the bayberry candles. I had hoped I had found a vendor, because they're something to make. Every year I make hundreds of these bayberry candles, these tea lights. I thought maybe this year I could give myself a break, but no. So I've got bayberry wax on the way. I thought I had a line on a wholesaler that I could buy for, make a little less money and do a lot less work, but no. So the bayberry candles that my grandmother burned religiously every Christmas and New Year's Eve, those will be on the way. Getting those as soon as the wax comes in, I start pouring. And that is that. This week, short week, holiday week. Wow. And the crunch is on. Of course, we know the holidays take a toll on many people. Many people, holidays are not happy times, whether it's due to family relations, poverty. People just don't have the money to enjoy the holidays. It's don't have the money to travel, don't have the money to, partake in a lot of festivities. It's fine to say, it's all in your heart and all that, but it's miserable when you can't afford gifts to give somebody or treat yourself to even a nice dinner. People who had no money and no ability to even have Thanksgiving dinner. And that's tough. And so anyway, above and beyond that, this is just, it's the best of times and the worst of times, and it's coming together now as this 2019 comes to a close. The crunch is on. I'm watching people have opportunities that they've been dreaming about all their lives. Job opportunities, relationships, babies coming that, they weren't sure they could ever have a baby, and there they are. Buying homes they thought they never could own a home, and yet there they are. And it's not because it just landed in their lap, not because they won the lottery, because they did a lot of hard work and they waited and stuck things out. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful payoff for that. I'm watching people who sat on a decision, couldn't get off their mark, couldn't make a move, and it's ending differently for them. I've got a couple of suicide attempts, not my clients, friends of clients, and people coming in and asking me, what can I do magically? How can I help? What can I do? Is there a spell? Is there a spell that get my grades better? Well, honey, if there was a spell to get your grades better, all 4 of my kids would have gone to Ivy League colleges. If there was a magic spell. If there was a magic spell to lose weight, I'd be back at my modeling weight, Ain't that easy. That yes, there's magic you can do to increase the energy or to shift the energy. I recently started doing magic. Just don't make me hungry. Let me not be hungry. There's a stroke of brilliance on this blonde head. And honestly, I gotta tell you, I haven't been very hungry. I just fill up really fast. So that's helped. And it's made intermittent fasting, which I've been doing for a while now. I've lost about 15 pounds. A lot easier. But, it makes me think back. My first husband had friends, and he was in the stock market, and he worked in New York. His wife was in the bridal district. She worked, for a big bridal gown distributor. And I remember him talking, and that people would say, hey, you got some good stock tips? Hey, He's like, if I had good stock tips, I wouldn't be living in the small house we live in. I'd be out in Long Island in one of these mansions with a helipad, and I'd be choppering my way into work like they do. He goes, no easy way. There's no shortcut, unless you know the right people and you're born into that world. It's hard work for everybody else. And I advise actually some Wall Street bankers and some financiers and commodity brokers out of the city and other places, and it's not easy. Sounds good, but it's hard work, and you make one mistake, and that can cost you your job, your career, and everything. So, wow. And of course, it's no different than someone who studied all year long and is taking their final, but they're prepared, or someone that didn't study, went out, slept in, didn't go to class, and now they want to know how they can magically pass their final. And the answer is you can't. You can't. There's no magic formula for that one. Okay? I'm sorry. I wish there was. And if you're out there dealing with it, if you're dealing with friends or coworkers or you know how hard it is. It's hard to navigate that energy, and that's what we're feeling. So it's not, even if you were doing the right thing, it's navigating around people who didn't do the right thing. You know, sometimes waiting a little too long, even to take care of a medical issue, is now resulting in emergency surgery. You know, treatments that were way above and beyond, where it might have been different if checkups had been done. And you know what I'm talking about. You know, I just got to, whatever. I'm not going to talk about my client's private business, but I got a nice letter from somebody that I helped out with some legal advice, and it worked out really well. And I'm pleased, but she got in under the wire. You know, she did change horses midstream, and wasn't sure she should. It's very hard to do that, especially if you got a lawyer and you're like, okay, I've already invested, and this lawyer already knows, and what do I do? And it's like, that's not the lawyer for you. So anyway, that's what's going on. But for the people that I know who have worked so hard, who've stayed in very bad situations, who have worked their way through awful barriers and gotten themselves free and really clawed their way up through some awful places. I am so happy. I am so happy. People are landing their dream jobs, and it's really good stuff. So I thought, given the nature of what's going on out there, and how difficult the waters are, and how the energy is very, oh God, what do I call it? Sparky. You know, it just feels sparky. It's like, you know, when lines are down and they're in the road, and they're sparking and they're moving, and you don't know, ooh, they're scary looking, right? They're like big sparking snakes. That's the energy. You know, it's just like, I don't want to even go on the road. I want to drive past that. How do I navigate? So I thought, let me do the spread. I shared that in the comments if you didn't see it. But what do I need to take care of myself, right? 5-card spread. The first one being is how I currently feel. The second one is physically I need. The third one, emotionally I need. The fourth one, spiritually I need. And the fifth one, mentally I need. These are the 4 needs: emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, coming off of how you're currently feeling. I'm going to give that a try. See how it goes. Last week was kind of fun. I enjoyed changing things up. My ADD is legendary. I really cannot do the same thing over and over and over and over. Although I'm consistent, as you know, I've been doing these Friday videos for over a year, and consistency is so important. Hey, Christiana. April. Wow. Jeremy. Lori's here. Wow, guys. Alex. Deborah. New Hampshire, Kristen. Wow. Kimberly is here. My favorite Leos. Claire. Lori. You know who you need to talk to, Deb? You need to talk to China, because I can't smell. I have no sense of smell. None. Zero sense of smell. So incenses and oils have to pass through China, or when I have groups of people, I have them give things a sniff. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Jack. Thank you. KK. Christy, oh my God, everyone is here. I'm still going down the list of people that are here. Victoria, hi. Tracy, Melly. Okay, Michelle. Hi. All right, so here we go. What do I need to take care of myself? And yeah, I'll start with Aries. So, okay, so the first card, how I currently feel, is the Hermit. Okay, very alone. Maybe enjoying that, maybe wanting to be alone, although often not. the enjoying being alone is usually the hermit reversed, choosing to be alone, needing to be alone. The hermit is really feeling like this is all on me. No one can help me here. Number 2 card, physical. Physically, I need Ace of Cups. Yeah. Ace of Cups is love, but it's also emotional health. It's cups are emotion. Okay. Emotionally, I need Ace of Swords reversed. Quiet. Emotionally, I need quiet. Also Ace of Swords, which is strong action, movement, a lot of communication, not so much. Spiritually, I need the Star. Oh, the Star and the Sun are the 2 best cards in the deck. Spiritually, it's wishes coming true. It's hopes realized, dreams realized. And mentally, I need Page of Wands reversed. And there again, wands are creative energy. I always think of sports, activities, and it's reversed. To take a break, to disconnect, to unplug. Okay, Aries? I'm going to say with Aries, unplugging, probably also I'm thinking with wands, unplugging from TV, internet, news, focusing on yourself, not being so active, not being so communicative, just focusing on you right now, Aries. Okay? That's what Aries needs right now. And Aries is that white knight. Even the women do this. They are that white knight. They're always off rescuing people, rescuing animals. They're the first one to rush in. My dad was an Aries. China's an Aries. I'm surrounded by, actually, I got lots of Aries people. And they go where angels fear to tread. First responders, often firefighters, cops, soldiers. That's the sign of Aries. They're always rescuing other people. They're always out there looking for the next thing to help someone else. And right now, Aries, these cards indicate stop, unplug, turn off your phone, get some sleep, rest. Just focus on you, Aries. Okay? Aries. All right, Taurus. Taurus. Okay. How I currently feel? The 8 of Cups. I feel like walking away. I feel like leaving. I feel like checking out. Physically, I need, and it's the 7 of Cups reversed. Well, Taurus, one of your shadow sides is overindulgence, and you need to. It's the holidays. I get that. There's 2 things with the 7 of Cups reversed. One is, yes, it's time to take a step away from the table, away from the libations. It's time to say no. One of my cousins said the best exercise you can do is right here. These muscles right here, pushing away from the table. That's one of the best exercises. But also, the 7 of Cups reversed is logical thought, not so much emotional, pie in the sky. Taurus is an earth sign. So it's really about focusing on the realities at hand. Sometimes the 7 of Cups upright can be dementia, the effects of the mental effects of drugs and alcohol, the emotional effects, but it's reversed. So it's about nothing like that. It's about just be rock solid and cold logic here. Emotionally, I need, well, the Queen of Pentacles. Well, of course, Taurus likes to have security, financial security. Emotionally, it's very hard for a Taurus to relax if there's bills to be paid, no way to pay them. Taurus needs financial security to feel safe. Spiritually, I need two of coins, which is juggling money, juggling energy. You know, what I would say, because it's a coin card, is less focus on money, more focus on spirituality. Seeing this card makes me think that, well, one, it might be time to invest in your spirituality. Juggle a little extra money to take a new yoga class or a tarot class or a Reiki class. It might be time to invest in your spirituality. That's what I'm seeing here. Spiritually, maybe a little investing in even a new book, you know? And if you can't afford a new book, go to a new library. See what their metaphysical section's like. Check out some new books. Mentally, I need Knight of Wands. Well, Knight of Wands, Knights bring in. Wands are creativity. Wands are, again, activity. You know what? Maybe it's time to get out, go for a run, go for a jog, go for a walk, get out and hike. Maybe it's time to pick up a paintbrush. Maybe it's time to redecorate the house. You know, decorate for the holidays. Do something new this time around. Change your color schema. Something simple. Different color lights on the tree. If you're an all white person, maybe get some colored lights in there, and vice versa. Okay. But for Taurus, this idea that I'm ready to walk away, that I'm, looks like, again, it looks like it's time to away from the partying, the nightlife, going out. That's the one thing that physically it's time to just say no to that and focus more on your spiritual self and your creative self. Okay. It could, and it actually could be also, as I'm looking at Seven of Cups, it's the family. The family might be able to handle things without you. Maybe you need a break from doing some family or holiday stuff. It's all about being alone. It's about not doing the same thing over and over again. New energy, something new, something exciting. Change it up. Change it up spiritually. Change it up mentally. Change it up, emotionally. Okay, but it's really hard. Again, those things cost money. So even just going to the library and checking some books out, right? Okay. Gemini. Okay. Gemini, how I currently feel, the Knight of Swords reversed. That would be like nothing's moving, stuck in place, nothing new is coming in, no news is coming in, no opportunities are coming in, because Knights bring in those ideas. They bring in change. They can bring in problems and illnesses. Well, it's reversed, and that's the good news. The good news is there's no news. How's that? But I'm going to say probably bored. Gemini doesn't do well when there's not change and news and things happening. Just the opposite, where other signs need to rejuvenate themselves by unplugging. Gemini turns it on, like turn up the volume, plug in some more things. They like them, the Mercury, for God's sake. They love the information flow. So, that's the idea of being quiet for a whole length of time, not the best thing for a Gemini. So, again, feeling, maybe disenfranchised, feeling like just nothing new is flowing, no new energy, no new news, no new information. So physically I need, the sun. The sun, it could be literally you need to get out in the sun, you need some warmth. Success, physically, health, good health. The sun is success. The sun is, sometimes it's affiliated with legal issues. So it could be that you can't get a surgery done, you can't get therapy, you can't get something you need until a legal matter is dealt with. Sometimes that could be as simple as your insurance agency or your insurance company has to review something and okay it so you can move forward with a surgery, with a treatment plan, blah, blah. Okay? But that's physically I need the sun. Emotionally, I need King of Wands reversed. Now, the King of Wands reversed is the male workaholic. That's workaholic. Emotionally, now do you need to be a workaholic? Well, if you're a Gemini, you might. Geminis don't do well sitting still. I don't know many Geminis who are happy by themselves. They're just not. Gemini, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. I mean, think of Tigger in Winnie the Pooh, bouncing all over in everybody's business, talking, but always trying to help, helpful, But those three signs in Gemini, yeah, they gotta feel like they're part of things. So it could be, again, with a sense of feeling stuck, being disconnected, not feeling plugged in, information not flowing. Again, it's not being part of something, not being part of. If you were forced into early retirement, if you were relocated. I had one person just a few years back relocated across country. Wonderful job for her. He just, not having his friends, because he had a circle of friends he had from high school, being across country, he fell apart. He just couldn't enjoy that California lifestyle without his friends. It just wasn't working for him. Here, no. Spiritually, what do I need? Well, Page of Cups. And Page of Cups speaks to love, speaks to emotional connection. For some of us, and I talk and I joke, but I have a thing about the universe, that sort of broad based. I'm sending my prayers to the universe. I'm working with the universe. Oh, the universe, and it's really not really. You're kind of misnomering this. But in terms of Gemini, spiritually, I need the Page of Cups. When it comes to worship, the idea of something you can see, something you can relate to. It is part of the human condition that many of us need to put a human face on that which is faceless and a human name on that which has no name. We need to somehow relate to something that is pure energy. For Gemini, very often there needs to be, again, they want reason, they want logic. So just to say, oh, the universe isn't enough spiritually, they need more of a different connection to divine. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but the Page of Cups, I'm hearing that Bon Jovi line, you'll give me something to believe in. But in something, I need a thing. I need to know where that energy is being directed. It needs to be an intimate connection, not a vague, the universe. For me, it's Kali. It's been Kali forever. And I pray twice a day. But I'm talking about that. Whether it's a practice, a spiritual practice, Gemini needs logic, they need reasons, but they need something tangible. Okay? It can't just be all idealistic. And then they're there. They're there and they're there 110%. And that's not true for everybody. Many people are just happy with this premise of the universe, or I'm a spiritual person. And I'm not making fun of that. I'm just saying that there's this other aspect that sometimes gets ignored when it comes to divinity. And a lot of times when they say there's an emptiness, yes, because you came out of maybe a Christian background where, let's say, Mary personified the goddess. And when you kind of threw the baby out with the bathwater there, when you walked away from something, and maybe you need to go back and relook at some of that, you know? Just saying. Often I'll tell you, I notice Geminis tend to connect with angels, archangels, especially. That just seems to work. Maybe it's the wings, it's the mercurial aspect, but something about the angels and Geminis, there's a resonance there. Okay. Almost like needing a friend, a best friend, to get you through. And lastly, mentally, for Gemini, the Two of Wands. Oh, listen, the Two of Wands, partnership. What I just said, this idea of connecting mentally with somebody. Gemini, and again, Gemini, Aquarius, and Sagittarius are 3 signs. Even though there's 2 air and 1 fire, they have to be friends first. They have to relate to you first on this level before they can relate to you on that level. And mentally, there has to be a partnership to take care, an equal partnership. You know, I'll scratch your back, you'll scratch mine. That's very Gemini. You know, you tell me a secret, I'll tell you one of my secrets. That's very Gemini. But Gemini's looking for that best friend, that partner in crime. And they are just miserable if they don't have it. All right? What's the fun of having all these secrets, all this knowledge, if you got nobody to share it with? All right, you, Cancer. Cancer. Okay. How I currently feel for Cancer, the 4 of Cups. You're waiting for something, Cancer, that just isn't there yet. Waiting for that last piece of the puzzle to kind of fit in there. All right, 4 Cups. Physically, I need the 3 of Cups reversed. Well, just the opposite of Taurus, where it's like push yourself away, time to stop. But for Cancer, I'm going to say could use a good party. Physically, they could use to get out there and celebrate, dance, have some fun. Get out there and go to karaoke or something. I don't know. Get up with a group of friends, meet up with a group of friends and play cards. It doesn't have to all be really expensive. You can organize a card game. But physically, the idea of being with people, celebrating, having some fun, looks like there's been not a lot of fun for Cancer. Emotionally, I need Ace of Wands. Oh, man. You're ready for a new inspiration. You're ready for a new creative inspiration. I'm going to say the Ace of Wands there, it's coming. But Ace of Wands would speak to a new hobby. Ace of Wands, I think about maybe try your hands at a new sport. Try your hands at something that will somehow. I'm thinking of the Big Bang Theory, and I don't watch a lot of TV, but I watched this episode where Sheldon was looking for a breakthrough for something he was trying to do, and looking for ways to spark that creative genius because he had reached an impasse. And he took a job as a waiter, and he did all these crazy things to try and reprogram his brain. And for Cancer, I'm going to say that's what I'm seeing here for Ace of Wands. You know, emotionally, it's time to try something new. Get those creative juices flowing by stepping out of your comfort zone, trying something new. And you'd really be good at it. And it might even come off of that idea of sitting with your friends and celebrating and talking around a table, playing cards, and maybe get some new ideas. Spiritually, I need, and I'm looking at the Nine of Swords. Whew. Ready for confrontation, ready for argument, ready for debate. Maybe you're ready for someone to challenge you. Maybe you're ready to be challenged. That sounds silly or funny maybe, but sometimes it takes someone to say, well, why do you believe that way? Why are you carrying those stones? Why what's all the house plants all of a sudden? What are you doing? What's this thing you're wearing on your neck? What's that all about? And maybe that's what you need right now. You need someone to challenge you a little bit. Sometimes that's where we really know where we stand, is when someone is gives us a shove there. And I'm going to say this card also means you're going to hold your boundaries, and you're going to say whatever you're going to say, whatever you feel comfortable saying. But this is about holding your boundaries, being ready for conflict, being ready for it. But it might just be part of your spiritual growth. Why do you believe that? What does that mean when you're calling yourself shamanic? What does that mean? What are you living in a teepee? What are you doing? What's that mean? You drinking ayahuasca all day? Huh? What are you, a pothead? What does that mean? Spiritual, shamanic. That's how people talk, not to me, but other people talk to me like that. but they might talk to some of you like that. And if they do, what are you going to answer? How are you answering them? Maybe come do a little research. Have your facts lined up there. One of my happiest things is going to a Catholic high school as briefly as I did, but studying the Bible chapter by chapter, doing chapter notes and recap and paragraphs, and it means I know the Bible. And so when someone wants to challenge me on biblical truth, let's rumble, let's play. I'll go there with you. Sure, let's go quote some stuff. But again, that's part of sharpening the knives. Is what's the point if you never? But what's all about collecting knives if you never or swords and you're never gonna be in a sword fight? Even I don't know if that made sense or not, but yeah. And mentally, I need so funny the Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, stop being so defensive. What do you do? There's no sacred truths you got to protect. Okay, Cancer, mentally let go. Let some new ideas come in. Like the Ace of Wands is saying emotionally, but Cancer, don't stand on dogma. Even pagans sometimes do that too. But maybe let some new ideas come in. Maybe don't be so defensive or so quick to jump on somebody. All right? High Priestess reversed. Yeah, you may not have all the answers there intuitively, and maybe mentally you need to, again, hear some arguments. It's okay. Sometimes that's when we know where we really stand, when someone challenges us. All right? So Cancer, I'm going to say, you don't know again, you're kind of waiting for the last piece of the puzzle. No, there's how you get it. You celebrate, get out with your friends, and try some new hobby, change up your routine. Ace of Wands. It can be as simple as come home from work a different way. Go to a different grocery store. Change up your routine. And if people want to challenge you, and you got those relatives or that are it's insulting. It could be insulting, or it could be educational. Think of yourself as a Muppet on Sesame Street. And I don't know. I mean, this is the shit that I think. Sometimes you're all Muppets. I don't know what to say when I'm really tired. It's sometimes everyone sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher to me. Wah. But hey, Kathleen. Yeah, no, Aquarius is coming, Victoria. Fortunately, it's second to last. Hey, it's Marie. Valerie. Thanks, Holly. Whew, okay, so that was Cancer. Hmm, you might, Jennifer. And the other thing is to do some reading. Go on Google. Google is your friend. But this idea of a connection, a friendship connection with spirituality, the idea they're on your corner. That's what the angels really are. They're in your corner. Okay. All right. So now we are 5. Leo. Okay, Leo. What do I need to take care of myself? First card, the 6 of Coins. And that is accepting help from others, getting help from others. How do I currently feel? I'm going to say you feel supported. I'm going to say you feel financially supported. I love that. Okay? That maybe this is a new thing for you, but you really feel like if you have a business, maybe things have been really nice for you. If you've needed help at home or someone just pitch in a little extra, or maybe you're making your own luck, but usually it's not. I'm saying with the 6 of Coins, excuse me, people around you, from wherever it's coming from, it's financial, but you're feeling supported. Physically, I need 10 of Cups to be happy in the house. That's what you're feeling right now. Is home needs to be secure and happy. Emotional needs Queen of Wands, man, creative, business, good friend. Queen of Wands is a good friend, and Wands are fire. So a leader at work, but also accessible and friendly and fun. And I had a boss who was a Leo, and she was executive director, and she was Jewish. I remember the one thing she was always, for every holiday, for Christmas, for Easter, go home, get out of here, go be with your family. I'll watch the phones. I'll watch The Office. Leaders lead, but they also make things easier and help out. And she could be executive director, but she'd sit at the reception desk and watch phones. She's a really, really great person. Jessica Wolf, if you're out there, I have such good memories of you. Spiritually, I need the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Studying, teaching. Ooh, Leo. Well, Leos love to teach. A lot of professors, a lot of teachers under Leo. And maybe Leo, spiritually, it's time to hang out a shingle or do a little teaching. Have you been ignoring that part of your spirituality? Do you teach? Yeah, there could be an aspect of taking a class, but for Leo, it looks more like it's about sharing information and sharing it from a position of authority. Maybe it could be as simple as guiding some people that maybe you were on the fence about, like maybe they weren't ready to hear this, that you could see them falling apart, and just, geez, I could put a hematite ring on, and just maybe meditate, or I go to this one place and I meditate, and I take yoga, and it's really helped me de-stress. But again, this idea that maybe spiritually now it's time for you to help the next person. People, you're being supported. Maybe it's time for you to support. And usually with the three of Pentacles, it's about making money doing it too. It's about being supported and maybe studying. If it's going back to school, it's going back to school to be able to teach. Actually have a tangible financial benefit to taking a class, okay, or teaching a class. It's coming back to you. So if you're a Leo with a yoga studio, it could be about. And if you've got a business, man, you've got to be ready to talk about your business. I was friends with someone who owned a bookstore, and she was very quiet, very shy. And I actually did a thing with the Twilight series. I actually did a free reading thing. The money went to the shelter there in Shelton. But I did a midnight book drop. One of the Twilight books dropped. And we were talking about the business in the bookstore, and I just was like, how do you promote? And she had a real problem with that. And I'm like, I talk to people. If I'm standing in the grocery store, I'm passing out business cards. You've got to talk about your business. You've got to, and so that's just about promotion too, this Three of Pentacles. Leo, don't be afraid to tell people what you do. Don't be afraid, and spiritually I'm talking about it. I'm saying share what's been working for you. All right. And lastly, mentally, I need the Lovers reversed. Well, Leo, the Lovers reversed. Listen, everyone needs love. And I'm going to say mentally, the idea of being happy in your home, to be with people that you love. Often the Lovers, I'm going to say mentally, it can be the physical expression of love. Maybe you just need someone that you can physically connect with, mentally connect with. Intimacy. That's something that's been lacking. It needs to be in place. Real intimacy. And real intimacy does involve, things like cooking together, making a home together, sharing your creative ideas, hobbies, spiritually. If you can't talk about what you do and what you believe with somebody that you're sharing a bed with, that's not healthy, But I really think, honestly, that Leo feels supported financially, that there's people there that want to see Leo succeed, and you're feeling that, Leo. So now it's time to work on what you believe in, and maybe bringing that out to people that that you care about. Leo teaches very well and leads by example. Now, Leos lead. That's what they're meant to do. All right, and lastly, for the first 6, we have Virgo. I'm looking when I'm reading. I'm like looking at the astrological wheel here, and I'm going through the houses. So 6th house. I'm looking at Virgo. All right, Virgo. Virgo. How I currently feel, Page of Swords. Oh, I love that. Like news is coming in, like it's going to be time to share information. Virgo might also be concerned about bad news coming in, but it's not arrived yet. Sometimes Virgos can be a little bit Eeyore-ish, like Eeyore and Winnie the Pooh, and everyone loves Eeyore. But sometimes Virgos can just be okay, a little skeptical, all right, sure, my tail won't fall off again. All right, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, don't wash your hands. We can all just die of salmonella, that kind of thing, Don't wash your hands and cook dinner, no problem. We're gonna die of food poisoning. Okay, so there's so Virgo, Page of Swords. Because you're waiting for news here. Physically, I need 6 of Cups. That's again speaks to intimacy, speaks to being happy in your home, speaks to having people in your home that you love being with, not just a spouse or a significant other, but even family, people feeling like you're happy in your own home. That's really important. A place you can have friends over, a place you can be proud of. Physically, Virgo needs that their home, it needs to be clean and company ready and ready to receive guests. That's where Virgo's at. Holidays coming up. Am I ready for this to happen? Am I ready for people to come over? Because I want to. Emotionally, I need Page of Pentacles. No? Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Pages. They bring in news of new opportunities financially. Emotionally, it's hard to relax. You know where your next dollar is coming in. So I'm going to say for Virgo, it's about planting new opportunities. Looking for that new customer, that new client, that new what's going to, I mean, with the new year coming in too, what's going to be new? How is there new money coming in? Emotionally, yep. Earth signs, look, Earth signs have a hard time relaxing when they're broke. And we all do to some extent, but for Earth signs, it can be really, really, really hard. Spiritually, I need 5 of Wands reversed. Okay, so you, unlike, is it Cancer? You don't need any more conflict. You don't need arguing. You just the opposite. Spiritually, you just need to relax, hike, yoga, quiet, no stress. Whatever's been going on for Virgo, nothing to prove, nothing to discuss. Just let me be. I don't want, and you need that right now. Just the opposite. You're either confident, comfortable, or there's enough going on in your life right now with Page of Swords that you don't need any debating. Just, this is what I do, and leave me alone to do it. And mentally, I need the 3 of Wands, and that is mentally a new challenge. And I look at the three of Wands as being promotion. Again, promotion, and it goes hand in glove with that Page of Pentacles. So mentally and emotionally, the opportunity to grow in what you do for your career, how you make your money, and there needs to be a creative aspect to that. Yeah. So basically, if you're expecting bad news, Virgo, if you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, if you're waiting for, in the meantime, focus on your career, to take care of yourself, focus on you, focus on getting your home ready, focus on having friends over. That's a big one. Focus on your friends. People that aren't going to give you a hard time. Just the opposite. You don't have to sharpen your mental dexterity by having arguments or debates. This is no debates. Just, this is what I do. This is what works for me. This is how I achieve my mental health or my calm, how I go to my happy place. I don't need to discuss it with anybody. I'm not debating it. Okay? That's Virgo. Sharing knowledge. Absolutely, Kristen. Mm-hmm. My Virgos. Oh, Virgo. All right. I always laugh at because they're my polar opposite. Virgo is my polar opposite. I am so Pisces. Anyway. All right. So now we're looking at Libra. Libra, what do you need to take care of yourself? Well, at least how I currently feel is the 10 of coins. 10 of coins, and that's a nice financial feeling. I'm gonna hope this holds for feeling secure in the home, and it usually is more financial, like your living situation is secure. Okay. Now, obviously, not every Libra is feeling like their living situation is secure, but I'm gonna say if you don't, you're working on it. That's where you're currently at, where you're currently feeling is like you got the upper hand on this one, where at least home is secure. Roof over your head, that basic need of having a roof over your head and know where you're gonna be laying down going to bed tonight. Like you've got that covered. And I think it's more. I think there's more to it than that, but there's that. Also, if you're planning on buying a home, investing in your home, that's there too. The Ten of Pentacles is all about, you know, security in the home, making money out of the home. Okay. Physically, I need the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Well, I'm looking at this physically that maybe, Libra, you've been taken advantage of in the workplace and being asked to do things that really aren't your job. Maybe, and of course the holidays are here and we cover for people, but it looks as though maybe you're stretching yourself too thin at work. You're being asked, sometimes you do something once or twice as a favor, and next thing you know, it's like it's your job description. And not getting paid for it. That's the other side of it. It's like the unpaid labor. Just because you bring home work once or twice on a Saturday doesn't mean you're going to plan to do that every Saturday you'll be working, or going into the office. So there's a sense of physically pulling back from work a little bit, or feeling like at least you're getting paid for your energy, paid for what you're putting out there, Libra. Because it's not for lack of working hard. All right? It's being asked to do things that you're not being paid for. Emotionally, I need, that's the Ten of Wands, a lot of pressure. Again, goes back to work. Well, if you're feeling the pressure at work, if you're feeling like you're being weighed down and burdens, again, are you doing other people's jobs? Are you doing things that other people could be doing for themselves? Libra, again, always wants to be helpful, wants to be a friend, loves when everything is balanced. I love my Libra friends. I do, but it may just be that it's time to either ask them to take back some of their burdens, or saying no to people. Nope, I can't help you with that. I've got things to do for myself. Because it looks like it's your own burdens are weighing really heavy on you. So spiritually, I need, and that's the Three of Swords reversed. And that's anxiety. Three of Swords reversed is anxiety. And again, with these cards, it's this sense, why are you anxious? If you're anxious spiritually, it's usually because you're not getting your needs met, not getting enough time maybe to, again, getting back to the idea of physically needing to pull back, all this pressure. So from a spiritual standpoint, are you getting outside? Are you getting to take your walks? Are you going to a yoga class? Or are you just too busy? Is that been anxiety? And it's funny, once you start to ignore those practices, once you no longer have time, it just sets off everything wrong, and then the anxiety starts up. So Libra, are you making time? Are you having time for whatever you do? Looking at these cards, you need to make time for that spiritual practice. For me, I take a mile walk every day. Like that's after I take care of the goats, whatever, a mile walk. And it just sets my whole day on the right path, And lastly, mentally, I need Eight of Swords reversed. And that's breaking loose from bondage. It's all makes sense here, Libra. It's whatever you're feeling bound to, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords reversed, letting it go, making time for you, and not taking on other people's work, not worrying what other people need. What do you need, Libra? Are people, you're there to help other people. Who's helping you? And I don't believe in quid pro quo necessarily, but sometimes, yeah, if you've been washing people's back, nice if they wash yours. Scratching someone else's itch, nice if they scratch yours. And Libra, you're all about justice. You're all about fairness. You're all about that. You're not being fair with yourself, maybe. Okay, so make time, and you make time by taking it where it's either not being appreciated or paid for. Nice to help your friends out. And it could be as simple as honestly giving free readings, you know, or taking phone calls. Oh, this one's in crisis, that one's in crisis. Well, what about you? If all you've done is talk on the phone for 4 hours, what'd you bypass for that? Okay? Being everybody's unpaid therapist, maybe not so much. All right, and we have Scorpio. I'm going to go back to Libra really quickly. That also can be the mother who babysits everyone else's kids, okay? You're always open to all the other kids, and the mothers have that free time because now the kids are safe when they're at your house. What about when you need some time off, okay? I'll get back to that. I know I you know, whatever. You know, they can watch your kids while you take a yoga class, or you take a walk, or whatever it is that you need to do to recharge your batteries. Okay, Scorpio, how I currently feel, 9 of Pentacles. That's nice. At least it means you're getting paid for honest work. You're getting a decent pay for honest work, 9 of Pentacles. Rewards for hard work. Physically, I need, there you go, 8 of Wands reversed. Slow down. That's simple. The eight of Wands is fast reaction, knee-jerk reaction, move, gotta keep going, and it's reversed. Stop. Slow down. Physically, you need to slow down. Emotionally, I need Queen of Cups. Oh, Scorpio, first of all, you're a water sign. Of course, you're the Queen of Cups. Emotionally, Scorpios need, especially Scorpio women, need to take care and nurture. They really do. They're miserable on their own. It's not the sign for that. And wow. Scorpio's moms, they need to be part of their kids' lives. Scorpio, they absolutely must integrate with the other person. That's why air signs struggle with water signs, struggle with this. An Aquarius, really, that's like painful watching an Aquarius interact with a Scorpio sometimes, because Scorpio wants to know you inside and out. They want to climb inside. They literally want to feel what you're feeling, you know? And Aquarius is all about autonomy. Whoa, space, boundaries. You do your thing, I do my thing. That's like, what? What? You doing your thing. Who are you doing your thing with? And how long have you been doing this thing with this other person? Let's know. Oh, nice to know. So you're doing your thing with other people, and here I am. No, you can see it doesn't go place good. So I'm saying with Scorpio, then emotionally needs to be giving, needs to be part of, needs to feel needed, needs to feel, and then needs to feel appreciated too. But it's all about that for Scorpio. Scorpio will freaking follow you into hell, kick Satan's ass, and drag you out of there. Just be loyal. Spiritually, strength. All right. So spiritually, I need strength. All right, Scorpio, what are you ignoring? What are you not doing? What are you not researching? What are you not studying? Because you're missing. It's like you're dying of thirst and you're missing the well. Okay, you're not drawing from the right place. Maybe revisit your beliefs. Revisit. Yeah, where are you pulling your strength from? And mentally, I need the 2 of Cups reversed. Now that's interesting. So when I said Scorpio wants to feel part of, integrated into, but mentally what I'm seeing is a need to disconnect from everybody else, okay? That idea of slowing down, that idea of pulling your strength. The strength card doesn't really involve other people, you know? Could be that you need to go on a journey alone. Could be you need to do meditation alone. Not everything is group activity. And maybe slowing down and doing something by yourself, okay? Doesn't mean you don't love people, but maybe you do need to just, needs to be a solo act. Time for yourself, and go to a lecture, go to a planetarium, walk through a cemetery, but do something alone. Disconnect. All right? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to do to take care of themselves? All right, Sag, first card up. How I currently feel. The Six of Swords reversed. Oh, Sag. So you are like a horse at the gate, waiting for the gate to open so you could run your race. That's such a Sagittarius thing, sign of the centaur. But you are definitely, no one's opening that gate. You are stuck behind the gate. Feeling like you are being held in place. Ugh. No advancement, no promotion. Oof. Not good. Physically, I need the wheel to keep busy, to work, to feel industrious, to feel productive. Yes, that is Sagittarius. They need to feel productive. They are, yep. And they are a very physical sign. Sagittarians tend to be very physically oriented. Whether it's playing a sport, and many of them are very athletic. Many performers under Sagittarius, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, on the stage, but it's a very physical show if you watch these people perform. So working out, think of that too, physically. The idea of work. Physical work, not so much mental, paper pushing, keyboarding. Think work like maybe physically, Sag, you get in the yard and do some yard work, clean up some leaves. Physically connect, okay, to work. Scrub the house down or the deck down or something. Emotionally, I need Judgment reversed. And again, I'm going to say emotionally, it ties into that feeling of no promotion, of nothing. Judgment reversed. You need someone to make a decision. You need someone to open a door, and it's just not happening right now. Emotionally, you're being redirected here, Sag, to the physicality of it all. Spiritually, I need, and it's the Five of Pentacles. A Sag, I mean, that speaks to me for, it's the Five of Pentacles is generally financial bankruptcy, financial failure. And again, mental, I'm just fast forwarding this just because I'm seeing mentally, I'm looking at the Chariot reversed. So it's interesting that the one thing that stands out in terms of what needs to be done is the physicality of work, physically working, okay? Or working out. Because everything else, Judgment reversed, Five of Pentacles, the Chariot reversed, it all speaks to being held in place, even though you're feeling how I currently feel. Seven of Swords reversed, stuck in place, not making more money, no money to spend on things that maybe you want to spend. If you'd love to go away and partake in I say yoga, not that yoga is the only thing you'd be doing. There's lots of things you'd be doing, lots of classes. But the money's not there right now because nothing else is shifted up. You're waiting and waiting and waiting. The chariot reversed for mentally, there's just. So what I'm saying is go run. Run, Sag. Take your dogs out. Go for a run. Go for some hikes. Get outside. Go skiing. Go do something. If you can't afford to ski, then go for a run. Okay? But the answer here for you, Sag, is physically. Physically. And if you can't run, walk. But get up and get moving. Okay? Because nothing else is moving for you. Everything else is pretty much still locked down. And honestly, for a lot of people, it's the holiday. Things aren't going to move until January. I don't see new job. I don't see new opportunity. I don't see any doors swinging open. So physically, change. It is not healthy. I don't know any Sagittarians that do well sitting inside or sitting behind a desk or sitting in a cubicle. A lot of Sagittarians are traveling salespeople. They're really happy when they can move in their career. And they enjoy traveling as part of a career very often. All right? All right, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, how I currently feel, the moon. Things are being revealed. The reasons why things had to be a certain way. Answers that you didn't have for a long time. Things are just suddenly becoming more apparent as you move along. Physically, I need the four of coins. More money. Physically, it's all about finances right now. To make more money. Why is that? I'm going to skip down to the number 5 card really quick because in terms of mentally I need, and I'm seeing the 5 of Wands reversed. I'm wondering if maybe you're not happy at home, maybe thinking about a move, and again, more money, increased money, it's coming, that might be the reason mentally you need to be in a different place, physically, a different home. Okay, emotionally I need the Hierophant. Well, the Hierophant. Emotionally, you need to know things are going to go the right way. Capricorn needs to know the job's going to be there 6 months, a year, 2 years, 10 years, that there's a clear climbing ladder, that there's an opportunity to grow. But the Capricorns really are company men, company women. Capricorns will happily help you grow this company as long as there's a place for them, they're being paid well, and they can grow and evolve. Okay? So emotionally, that's what you need. And I'm going to say you got it. That's what you're looking for. Right? I don't know many Capricorns that can enjoy temping. That really isn't a Capricorn thing. Spiritually, I need, and here's where it gets dicey. The 5 of Cups reversed. Spiritually, I need. Well, and again, I think you're on this plane, Capricorn, but this idea of instead of regret and loss, which is what, the 5 of Cups is, I'll show you there. It's really like, what have I lost? What, look at everything, all the empty cups, everything is just, what am I doing? Who am I doing this for? Who am I working so hard for? What am I doing this for? Right? I'm going to say, like, with regard to how I currently feel, things being revealed, okay, that's fine, and it's reversed. I mean, that 5 of Cups is reversed, so along with that sense of things are being revealed, maybe your place in spiritually, you're part of a bigger picture. And I was thinking about this earlier, and it goes back to what I talked about in the newsletter from November, talking about past life regressions. And we joke sometimes, myself and China, because we've heard people come in and say, and they've always got these amazing past lives. I was a king. I was Abraham Lincoln. I was Isis, I was, this queen, that king. And the reality is, for most of us, we really weren't anything great. Most of us lived pretty dull lives. But the idea of bigger picture, it's like, so someone said to me, why is it so convoluted? It's just such an easier way to get from point A to point Z, and it's like, why must we have these convoluted routes and to get here? I'm happy here, but oh my God, why did it take so long? Why would the divine make us go through these hoops, jumping through hoops and waiting and second guessing and backtracking, and it's just like this insane GPS that has us going all over the place. Stop the ride, I want to get off, but sometimes it really is about meeting the person that you're going to have this child, and that was your job, that was your role. We all want to think that this is big, long, amazing, but maybe you're here just to bring that child into the world. Maybe you're here just to start this business that someone else is going to take over, or I don't know. I can't pretend to know, because my understanding of the divine is honestly, and I love the game of chess. I'm a decent, although not great, chess player. But imagine like quantum chess. Imagine an infinite number of chessboards with an infinite number of potential moves on a revolving, ever-changing stage. And somehow one amazing mastermind who can see the moves, not just one or two, but game end. And it's constantly revolving and changing and evolving. And that's what I see divine. Perfect knowledge, perfect care. This all has to balance, like an elaborate spreadsheet. But at the end of the day, the balance has to balance. That's karma. Balance. Doesn't mean it's fair. Doesn't mean it's fun. Doesn't mean that we're not an elaborate machine, and we have our little piece to play. And that may be all we do. And then the rest of the time, we're here just to, live our lives and live and die. It's over in a blip. You're done. But yeah. So looking here for Capricorn, taking the scenic route here, Capricorn, for you. Sorry, but it may be Capricorn that you're looking at your life in that bigger step back, and let's look at the bigger picture. What did you come here to accomplish? What are you trying to get done? Where have you made impacts? Spiritually, this idea of stepping away from your own personal misery, your own personal failures, and saying, where did this bring me? What a long, strange trip it's been. But again, getting back to mentally what you need, physically what you need, make more money so you can make a move. Physically, make a move. I don't see you happy in your home. You start to think about where else you might want to live. Aquarius. Been seeing more Aquarians too. I'm not surprised, because Aquarians, before Uranus was discovered, was ruled by Saturn. I've been seeing more Capricorns too. Today especially, there was quite a few Capricorns in the shop, and they are still ruled by Saturn. So just because you're not still ruled by a sign, just like Pisces is still impacted by Jupiter, which used to be the chart ruler for Pisces until Neptune was discovered, Saturn still very much influences Aquarians' thoughts. Aquarius, what do you need to take care of yourself? Well, the Ten of Swords reversed. How do I currently feel? Aquarius, like you're on your way up. Like it's just, hey. The Ten of Swords reversed is you've hit the bottom of the barrel and you're back up. It's the Phoenix coming out of the ashes. It's coming out of a state of physical exhaustion, a state of I think of the Ten of Swords reversed as the minutes after you finish running a marathon. It's the marathon's over, you ran it, You know, you cross the finish line, great, but now you're in that place. Like now I've got to refuel and I've got to, you know, it really is about the phoenix. It really is about rising up out of the problems, whatever heads you down. Physically, I need the Fool. Fresh start, fresh physical start. Maybe a new diet, maybe a new exercise plan, maybe, but it's new, something very different. And I'll tell you, if it's physical, there could be some risk involved. So, I mean, this could be something like getting back up on skis. Diving, ocean diving, something that there's an element of risk here for Aquarius. It's a physical challenge, I should say. Okay, a physical challenge, something new. Emotionally, I need. It's the Emperor. Feel in charge. Aquarius needs to feel like they're in charge. Spiritually, the Six of Swords, which usually often speaks to travel to a foreign place. Spiritually, Aquarius, it may be time to look at the spiritual practice of other cultures, which usually fascinates most Aquarians. It's a sign of brotherly love, humanitarian efforts. Maybe it's time to, yeah, look at something that comes from another land, comes from another place. Maybe it's time to, you know, start to stretch your spiritual muscles, flex a little bit, and take in something that comes from another land, something you're not familiar with at all. Mentally, I need King of Cups. Yeah. You know, yeah, you're feeling comfortable with feeling comfortable with yourself, and that's great. But the King of Cups, cups are emotions and spirituality. So this idea of mentally, it really is time to I'm going to go back to that spiritual needs and your mental needs are really kind of jiving here in terms of a sense of autonomy. When I think of kings and emperors, I think of autonomy. So the other thing that maybe emotionally, mentally, spiritually, yes, investigating something or taking a trip to a foreign land, but I'm thinking of the spiritual practice because it's spiritually I need something to other cultures or other lands, but this sense of autonomy. I don't know. It might be to integrate some of that to into your practice, into your life, or maybe just to experience it and not make and not just the opposite. It's like it's here's what I think of. I think of when I see these cards, I think of someone trying ayahuasca for the first time. They don't want to do it every week, every month, every year, but they want to try it once. You know, just once. To say they've done it, to have had the experience, it's sort of part of, and then they're moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to say it's that experience for Aquarius. That's yeah, coming up out of this ready for something new, ready for something different, physically, and that would speak to something like ayahuasca. That would speak to something otherworldly. And honestly, I'm going to say it's not in opposition to what you practice now, but it would be something that maybe in the past didn't interest you. For me, I'll tell you, for me, it's Asian culture. I got nothing against Asian culture, nothing against it, but it doesn't speak to me. A lot of Asian spirituality doesn't speak to me. But in this case, this might be something like maybe this time to dive in and check it out, you know? And not that you're gonna be practicing it every day, Aquarius, but the idea of again, stretching your boundaries a little bit there, trying out something new and different. And lastly, Pisces. Oh, Pisces, shit. All right. Pisces, how I currently feel, and the Death card. Okay? All right, Pisces. Time to change. Time to make big changes. And you know it. This is the thing, is you know it. And I'm going to say with the Death card here, and I'm looking at other cards I'm going to talk about in a second, Pisces, you know it's time to change because things aren't going to go well if you don't. All right? Physically, I need 7 of Pentacles, and that is, you need to get rewards for hard work. It's time for things to pay off. I'm going to say they are, but physically, it really is, whatever your energy is going, your physical energy, that needs to be a payoff to that. So, not that different than Libra, but if you're doing things, physically doing things, people, they should be paying you at this point, Pisces. You shouldn't just be, not everything can be a favor. Not everything. All right? Emotionally, I need Queen of Swords, and that is logic, something that many Pisces do not exercise properly. This is, so emotionally, the need for logic, the need for not romanticizing anything, but emotionally seeing things as they really are. Spiritually, I need, it's the devil. Spiritually, I need the devil. What does that mean? The devil has you bound to something that is toxic, a belief system that's toxic for you. Okay? And mentally, I need, and it's the Tower. So when I see the Tower, death, and the devil, I am wondering, spiritually, are you kidding yourself? Okay? What are you telling yourself about what you're doing? I say that. I've got young people that come into the shop and not so young people, and they're on a very spiritual path, and they smoke pot every day, and that's how they journey, and that's how they, it's like, that's not what it's meant for. And I know lots of kids dropping acid, that same thing. It's enlightenment. I'm not judging. Okay, I'm just saying, I'm looking at these cards that are telling me self-destruction and attraction, something that's really not doing any good. And it's time for logic and being paid for your hard work, and stop wasting your time. I don't see you wasting your money, but I do see you wasting time spiritually with toxic ideas, binding yourself. And it could be ideologies that you grew up with, but it looks like it's really something that's masquerading as being healthy. It's not. Okay, so really, if you're following Guru Pisces, make sure you know who you're talking to. Make sure that they know what they're talking about. Big topic of conversation. And when I do, and it's coming up, the Talisman After Dark on YouTube, and we're uploading videos on YouTube too now, but we're going to be talking about, scam artists in the psychic community and being really bold about that. Well, people say themselves up as being authorities and teachers, and they are just toxic as hell. And again, mentally, I need the Tower, cleaning it out. Tower is taking it down to its foundation. So I'm going to say, spiritually, mentally, Pisces, it's really time to take a hard, cold look at what you're talking about, what you're teaching, what you're believing, who you're listening to, whose advice are you taking. As I look at it like, and oh God, this is so funny, but I was thinking about, there was a group, maybe you guys in Bridge, remember Grace and Vessels? It was Grace N, the letter N, Vessels. And she was a singer, and they were faith healers. They put their hands on people, and people were following Grace and Vessels all over the Eastern Seaboard. they had groupies, and Grace was quite beautiful. I was just thinking, I wonder what happened to her. It was just a few days ago she popped in my head. Beautiful voice, big presence, and it was lovely. But I remember, people began treating her as guru. And my boyfriend at the time, her brother, my boyfriend's mother, excuse me, her brother was dying of brain cancer. And she, of course, he didn't want to go see her. He didn't believe in it and thought she was being ridiculous. And she was convinced that if she could just somehow even get Grace to look at a picture of her brother, he might be healed, because she could do that. And I'm reminded of this looking at these cards for Pisces, thinking, are you putting your faith in someone or something that's making promises or making you believe something that's just not true? It's just not true. And it really is time to take it down to its foundation and revisit it. All right? I'm looking at death, the devil, the tower. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're thinking of doing ayahuasca or mushrooms or ingesting anything, you make damn sure that that product, that thing, is what you say it's going to be. That someone has checked it out, that it is, that you're not, China and I were talking about peyote, people eating peyote and how sick they got. Just be careful what you ingest. Be careful where you go. This is the kind of cards that I would think of someone doing that sweat lodge, okay, that died of the, because you can die in sweat. The Lakota have a very careful way of doing it. And there are fools doing sweat lodges, and people have died. It's so hot, if you've got a heart condition, you can die. That's what these cards are telling me. So before you do something like a sweat lodge, make sure the person knows how to keep the fire, how hot to let it get. I'm beating a dead horse here, but this is what I'm seeing for Pisces. It's good advice for everybody. But if you're going to embark on a spiritual path, or if you're going to take something new, ingest something, go someplace. Oh, I'm gonna go to the jungles of Bolivia to meet with these people, these shamanic people and the tribes, and make sure that is safe. Okay, make sure that there's not cartels waiting for you. Okay, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about for Pisces. Still good advice for everybody else though. Watch what you ingest. Watch who you trust. There's just a lot of scams out there, and people are cashing in. I love Forbes magazine, and the body, mind, spirit triangle, body, mind, spirit industry is exploding. And we're seeing people Instagram texting the readings and the oils and this and that, and it is just, it's burgeoning. And what we're going to see is it's going to load up. I mean, everyone's tarot reading, everyone's Reiki, and we said Reiki. I know people are sitting back from teaching Reiki because it became kind of a pyramid scheme. People who started in Reiki are actually walking away from teaching because it became, Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3. Now you too are a Reiki master, and now you can teach. How can you teach Reiki because you took 3 classes? That make you a Reiki master? Come on now. And yet people are doing just that. They're given a certification so they can teach. And the problem is, guess what? A lot of us already have a Reiki treat. We've already taken it. So I'm seeing the same thing happening with readers and spiritual centers and shops. Yeah, sure, people are trying to cash in the spiritual thing, but if they have no foundation, no basis, no training, it's just not going to work for them. And so just like lemmings off a cliff, they'll clear out. But in the meantime, it's just burgeoning. But you've got to watch who you talk to. You've got to watch who you trust. Not everyone that says they're an expert has even taken a class. You know, I joke about people, you know, I'm a shaman. Not I'm shamanic. I'm a shaman. Well, what makes you a shaman, honey? Oh, I did a past life regression, and I was a shaman in a tribe, and I'm totally into Native American stuff, and I had a dream. Okay, that can make you shamanic leanings, or that could be telling you that it's time to maybe study, but that doesn't make you a shaman. You know, just like, you know, if you don't have training, if you don't have some kind of certification in the herbs, certification in the oils, you could really hurt somebody. And the same way that I wouldn't want to be getting oils or healings from someone who didn't have some kind of training, some kind of background. The same way I don't want an intuitive mechanic working on my car. You know, I've never been to mechanic school, but I lay my hands on the hood and I know, or an intuitive electrician. I feel the walls, and I know where the electricity needs to go. No, I wouldn't go for that. Okay? I want my doctors to have some sort of medical training. I want my spiritual leaders and teachers to have something to show me that they took a class, that they invested some money, like we talked about for some of the signs. Investing in your spirituality. But pick your teachers carefully. Okay? I'm going to start beating a dead horse. I don't want to do that. Tomorrow at the shop I have Karn, I have Red Goddess, and I have Sherry reading tarot, and side cards. Karn does mediumship. They're here 12 to 6. Stop by for a reading, 30 for half an hour. Still unpacking boxes, more stuff coming out, more displays going up. It's a good season. It's been a great time, a great energy. So thank you all for listening. Please get some rest. Please take care of yourselves. Whether just take care of yourselves. What do you need to take care of yourself? Do it. Feed your soul, nourish your body, rest your body, challenge your mind. Okay? And behave yourselves. Right? Good night. Talk to you next week. Bye, guys.